We will now present our honorees. Mr. Everett Fly, Mrs. Shannon Young, and a representative from the San Antonio Conservation Society. Mr. Fly, on behalf of the San Antonio Branch National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, we are delighted to honor you as one of our honorees for 2021, and we're going to present a plaque to you which reads, presented to Everett Lowell Fly, researcher and landscape architect, NAACP honoree, for his research in helping to save the Woolworth Building, San Antonio Branch, NAACP, 71st Virtual Freedom Fund Celebration. Defend our democracy, always vote. On October the 22nd, 2021, Dr. Gregory Husbeth, President, Mrs. Vivian and Mr. Ike Jones, co-chairs, Mentoria Lewis Sherfield, Freedom Fund Committee Chairperson.
We're excited to have Shannon Young with us tonight. And I say with us tonight, she's part of us. Shannon is responsible for our young adults. One of the goals of the NAACP is to become younger. Because one of the things we know is that those of us who may be in leadership roles today, we will not always be here. And we need to ensure that we have young people that are active and learning the system. But I like to tell them is that we're not passing the torch, but we're lighting their torch. And that means that we're going to bring them in and we're going to stay with them and continue to work with them as they develop. And we're giving this plaque to Shannon Young tonight. And it says, presented to Shannon Young, Young Adult Chair, NAACP honoree, for her involvement and recruitment of young adults in the San Antonio Branch NAACP, the San Antonio Branch 71st Virtual Freedom Fund Celebration. And this is, and I would go over theme, I think. Our theme for tonight is defend our democracy, always vote. And let me just add that our democracy is in challenge. It's being challenged every day. And it's because of individuals like Shannon Young and bringing the young adults into our branch that we're able to address those challenges. And so Shannon, thank you for all that you do for the young adults as well as for our branch. Thank you very much. We are ecstatic to have the Conservation Society of San Antonio with us tonight. They are one of our honorees for the 71st Freedom Fund celebration, and they really worked extremely hard to save the Woolworth Building. And the significance of that is that it's part of San Antonio's history, but it's also part of the NAACP history. And so we wanted to celebrate them tonight and let them know how much we appreciate all of the hard work that they've engaged in order to make this happen for us. And there are other members of the NAACP that worked with them, but they did the heavy lifting in order to make this happen. And so thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It's an honor and privilege.
Oh, thank you, thank you. We enjoyed working with you, thank you. And our work is not yet done.
No, it's not.
Okay, thank you.
Since 1905, HEB has been founded on the unwavering belief that each and every person counts. In 2021, we're launching our Be the Change initiative, pledging to do our part to advance equity and inclusion across our great state. Be the Change builds upon our established diversity and inclusion framework, driving us to be a better employer, retailer, and community partner. To amplify diverse voices, we're proudly sharing their stories and highlighting their products and services. Together, we can create real change. Real change is rooted in action. Together, we can create real change. Look for the Be the Change logo in store to find out more about products and suppliers. Learn more at heb.com/BeTheChange.
I have the responsibility today of introducing our guest speaker, Barbara Gervin Hawkins. And let me just say a few things about her and before she speaks. Before Barbara was elected to the Texas legislature in 2017 to serve District 120, she was a zoning commissioner for the city of San Antonio, representing District 2, and serving on a number of boards and commissions, including the Greater San Antonio Chamber of Commerce, Rotary International, Ella Austin Community Center, Casey Family Program for Homeless Youth, and was selected to the San Antonio Women's Hall of Fame and Who's Who in San Antonio. Barbara holds numerous honors and awards as an effective community leader, and she has worked throughout her years to serve the city of San Antonio and create opportunities for citizens of San Antonio. As a member of the Texas legislature, Barbara currently serves as the vice chair of the House Committee of Cultural, Recreation, and Tourism, and as a member of the Texas House Committee on Defense and Veteran Affairs, and local consent calendar as well. She's also a very dedicated member to her political party, and she serves on some of her party committees, such as the Special Committee on Clean Air, Clean Water, Climate Change. And when we talk about climate change, that's very relevant to where we are today. She also serves as a member of the Committee on Texas Veteran Caucus, as well as Women's Health and the LGBTQ caucus as well as the Black Caucus, the Legislative Black Caucus, which in the 85th legislative term, they named Barbara as the Freshman of the Year. In addition, she's also a member of the National Conference of State Legislatures and served on their redistricting committee. She's a mother. She's also a longtime member of Mount Zion First Baptist Church, where she also serves on the trustee board, and she and I serve together on that board. So without further delay, let me introduce to you and present to some Barbara Gervin Hawkins, State Representative, District 120.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Barbara Gervin Hawkins, Texas State Representative for House District 120 out of Bexar County. I would like to personally thank the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, better known as the NAACP, for inviting me to speak at this historical event. I'm excited and feel immensely honored to be the keynote speaker at the 71st Annual Freedom Fund first virtual banquet. The theme of this event is so appropriate in a time such as this. The theme, Defend Our Democracy, Always Votes, says it all. These words spell out the call to action for all Americans, no matter your political affiliation or persuasion. In such a time as this, it's perfectly clear that in the United States of America, our democracy is under attack. Not just by those who want to forego our norms in our own country, but also from foreign countries and adversaries that want to sow negativity and distrust around the very foundation we have stood on for generations. That's why it's so important to acknowledge the work of the NAACP, which was established in 1909 and still going strong over these past 112 years of existence. Were you aware that the NAACP was originally formed in New York City by both white and black activists who wanted fairness, partially in response to the ongoing violence against African Americans around the country? Were you aware During the civil rights era in the 1950s and 1960s, the NAACP won major legal victories that has transformed our lives forever. Were you aware that the NAACP has played a pivotal role in many institutions that we value, such as the Supreme Court's decision of 1954 in the Brown versus Board of Education case that outlawed segregation in public schools? Were you aware the NAACP was pivotal in organizing the 1963 March on Washington, running the Mississippi Freedom Summer event that registered Black Mississippians to vote? They successfully lobbied for landmark legislation, including the Civil Rights Act of 1964, prohibiting discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, or national origin, and the Voting Rights Act of 1965, barring racial discrimination in voting. Today's focus of the NAACP are issues of inequalities in jobs, education, healthcare, and the criminal justice system, as well as protecting voting rights. This group has also pushed for the removal of Confederate flags and monuments from public property, which is so important in our time today. Hopefully, this awareness will pique your interest in becoming an active member of the NAACP, so you can do your part in continuing the fight to improve the quality of life for all Americans. It is with a great sense of commitment that I work as a public servant for the citizens of Texas and those in House District 120. As a member of the House, the Texas House, recognizing the enormous responsibility of employing good judgment, courage, and conviction in making challenging decisions that will impact the lives of the constituents in my district and state as a whole is vital to me. As you know, we're living in unprecedented times. The COVID-19 pandemic has fundamentally altered our way of life. Racism and hate, crimes against us are all a pandemic that the NAACP and many have been fighting for centuries to eradicate. I have and will continue to fight for much needed changes. We need to respect one another and honor each other and our unique cultures, traditions, and celebrations. We're all God's children, and we have more in common than which divides us. Let's find that common ground. We must also vow to be better to one another. Show kindness, respect, and love. That is what we all have to give one another at no cost. We all deserve equity and equality. Every person should have the right to peace and happiness and the right to make their own decision on who should lead them. I want y'all to remember that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said in his 1967 speech during the Southern Christian Leadership Conference that the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice. Even when we don't believe, we must remember these words of wisdom, because at the end of the day, the Almighty will take care of those that wrong us. I want y'all to know, during the 87th regular legislative session, I filed 44 bills to try to help our community in the great state of Texas. During this session, I had several emotions through my heart and mind as I saw unjust and hurtful laws being passed. After being fed up or being tired of being sick and tired, I'm sure y'all have heard that, my Democratic colleagues and I united together on the 139th day of a 140-day session during the 87th regular legislative session and broke quorum in order to stop the passage of the hurtful bill, Senate Bill 7. Breaking quorum was the last tool we had to stop this voter suppression bill. SB 7, known as SB 1, SB standing for Senate Bill, in both the first and second special sessions related to election integrity and security. SB 1 is an expansive piece of legislation that will alter nearly the entire voting process. It will create new limitations to early voting hours, ratchet up voting by mail restrictions, and curb local voting options like drive-through voting, including deputizing citizens to harass others at polling locations in the conduct of elections in this state, increasing criminal penalties, and creating criminal offenses. I need your help. We need your help to stop this bill and/or be ready for it. Senate Bill 1 is one of the most restrictive voting laws in this United States. This is why some of my Democratic colleagues and I agreed to break quorum in both the first and second special session. SB 1 is a vehicle that will harm marginalized voters in the entire state for years to come. I want to take an opportunity and share with you why we must stop this piece of legislation. Think about it. There's power on some places, but there's also the power of the people. Power of the people, you need to come out and vote. NAACP does their voters registration year-round, not just sometime. I want to employ all of you to get registered to vote, and when it's time to get out, please exercise your right to vote. Now, while in D.C., we met with our federal delegation to urge the passage of the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act. On Tuesday, August 24th of 2021, the U.S. House boldly restored voter protections with the passage of H.R. 4, the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act. The namesake piece of legislation which honors Representative John Lewis of Georgia, the late civil rights leader and icon. And I'll tell you all, when I was there, all I could remember is, I'm in good trouble, which means I'm in good company. I want some of you to get in good trouble. Members of the Texas House of the Democratic delegation were humbled to return to the nation's capital to witness this historic moment. The legislation triumph comes on the heels of Texas House Democrats' historic 38-day quorum break in Washington, D.C., where members successfully advocated Congress for national voter protections. We met with senators, we met with congressional people, we met with the vice president, we met with the Speaker of the House, all of those folks to make a difference. Although we made some progress with this move, there are also times when it feels like we are backsliding as a community into unfairness and inequity, and it continues to loom over us all. Especially in this divisive and turbulent period of American history, it is important for all communities to come together with a common purpose, with continued advocacy and attempts to foster connections with each other. We must seek to create a more perfect union for many generations to come. What does that mean to defend our democracy? Let me share. First, we as a people must uphold and respect our democracy more than ever before. It means we cannot allow our fundamental principles to become a thing of the past and are no longer important. We start by respecting the basic institutions of democracy through ensuring we have nonpartisan courts, we have public confidence in the rule of law, which must be protected. We defend our right to vote by questioning one-sided local court-affirmed state and local election laws, procedures, and officials. We ensure we have an independent Attorney General and Justice Department with a functioning Civil Rights Division. All governmental agencies should be free to follow the law and not be pressured to do any one man or group's bidding. We've got to ensure America's tradition of presidents of not using the military for personal or partisan gain. Democracy depends on political parties accepting certified electoral defeats. then looking forward to coming back in the next election cycle, trying to win the hearts and minds of the people, not just be self-serving. The losing parties of an election should publicly participate in the ritual of a peaceful transfer of power. All parties acknowledging the other's right to exist and govern, and their voters who put them in office must be acknowledged. Recognizing that democratic governance requires compromise with the opposing party. It's okay to have a difference of opinion, but let's come to a place of compromise. We must ensure that our religious believers who are deep into their faith and who are large in numbers, that they don't equate politics with holy war, but that they recognize and accept the fact we're all God's children that need to work together. In recalling history and the founders' warning about the danger to liberty when state power is used in service of religion, we've got to remember that. We've got to honor the importance of reality-based political debates. When authoritarian leaders and state-subservient media can invent their truths with alternative facts, big lies, and disinformation, democracy is already dying. We've got to defeat those concepts. Maintaining the love of our nation and the pursuit of happiness, which the founders understood as a free people governing themselves and building together a good society as our forefathers envisioned it to be. But to be honest, I must be honest with you this evening, the dispiriting truth is that millions of our fellow citizens don't agree with these fundamental principles because they no longer believe in democracy. Many believe American democracy at its inception was meant only for white people and favor authoritarianism leaders who will keep it the way it was originally intended. We've got to fight back on that. The fight for our democracy won't be easy, but it's necessary. Hopefully, many more of us are now woke, as the young people say, and can see the horror of what we stand to lose if we stand by doing nothing. The national creed we believe in and our long patriotic struggle to live up to that idealistic creed is real. To create for the first time a genuine American democracy for all people is important. So what I need you to do is fuel your hometown passion and plug into the stories that define it, promote it, be active. Eventually, and all too slowly, more and more, I'm hoping Americans demand their rights of participation for themselves. Take that right. Remember, rights which bear remembering must be defended anew in every generation. As African Americans, we have fought the fight over the years, so we understand. That has led us to where we are today, to be a misalignment between the minority-ruled republic the founders conceived and the democracy the majority wants or assumes we have. To another defining moment in our history where the question will be asked again and again, what is America democracy and who is it for? I'll tell you, the list speaks to the level at which democracies live or die. These are among the principles which all Americans who love their nation's higher calling must pay attention. Remember, on January 6th, we witnessed an incomprehensible spectacle in the heart of our nation at our Capitol. The rioters who forced their way into the Capitol assaulted the democratic process, defamed our beautiful Capitol, endangered public servants who have devoted themselves to defining the work of our democracy, trying to carry out the will of the people. The future of our republic depends on our willingness to defend the values that brought it into being. The time has come, folks, for people of every political persuasion to denounce the lies, lawlessness, and violence that have brought our nation to the brink of constitutional crisis. As members of a community of folks dedicated to truth, learning, research, debate, and service, we should condemn ignorance and hatred and stand in support of the rule of law, and the role of knowledge. Our democracy is facing threats we haven't seen in generations. Defending democracy is a nonpartisan effort dedicated to fighting efforts at home and abroad. Let no one undermine our right to free, fair, and fully informed self-government. Together, armed with our Constitution and the rule of law, we can renew our democracy and protect it from those who would do harm to it. The story of the United States has been one of constantly seeking to perfect an imperfect democracy. And for the most of our history, we have moved towards delivering democracy's promise to more and more of our union. However, this progress can and has stalled and reversed. Democracy itself is facing challenges not seen in decades. Recent years have been marked by many abuses of power, efforts by political leaders to stoke hatred, fear, racism, and misogyny, and failures of our system of checks and balances that have sounded a powerful alarm. To make these truths come true, we must vote and put into office individuals that have our values. As we celebrate the virtual 71st annual NAACP fundraiser this year, let us all remember what it was that our families and our communities envisioned for our future, a better future. And let's build that future together. Let's continue to educate those around us and build a better future together. Please support your local NAACP branch. Thank you for having me this evening. I've enjoyed speaking with you.
We're excited to have State Representative Barbara Gervin Hawkins with us as our keynote speaker for this event. She is the keynote speaker. She's a life member of the NAACP, and this is our 71st Freedom Fund dinner and our first virtual one. And so, Barbara, you're here, and the title is Defend Our Democracy, Always Vote. If there's anyone that has defended our democracy, over these last years or so, several months, going to Washington, D.C. to defend our democracy, Barbara, you're it. Thank you very much for all that you've done, and you're a friend of this community, and we love you for your work. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
And Barbara, we know that you're here to represent us and to serve us well, but we wanted to give you a little something to let you know how much we appreciate you being with us tonight. Thank you for everything that you've done for us. You are a dream. You are an angel. You are what we needed at this point in time. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chair.
It feels good having someone on your side to care for, be there for life's twists and turns that it has in store. 'Cause it's the little moments where we show how much we care, and with so much to protect each day, a little goes a long way. Nationwide is on your side.
Congratulations, NAACP, on your 71st annual celebration. St. Philip's College, now in its 123rd year, is a 2-year public institution in San Antonio. SPC is the nation's only federally designated HBCU and Hispanic serving institution.
Good evening. I'm Cheryl Curry, Funeral Director and Board Member of Meadowlawn Memorial Park Incorporated, and President Craig Cates recognizes the mission and the importance of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. To continue our support with the NAACP,
Medalon has become a Gold Life member and a Diamond Life member. We are honored to be recognized during the first virtual and historic 71st Freedom Fund celebration.
We are Alpha Chapter of the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, and we are honored to be Gold Life and Diamond Life members of this worthy organization of the San Antonio branch of NAACP.
Hi, I am Tracy Oslin from the Alpha Pi Zeta chapter of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. I would like to thank the San Antonio branch of the NAACP for this Diamond Life Award.
Congratulations, NAACP, on your 71st annual celebration. St. Philip's College, now in its 123rd year, is a 2-year public institution in San Antonio. SPC is the nation's only federally designated HBCU and Hispanic serving institution.
I am Mo Lewis. I'm with Belt Built Contracting, and I am a gold member with the San Antonio branch of the NAACP.
Good evening. I'm Cheryl Curry, Funeral Director and Board Member of Medalon Memorial Park Incorporated, and President Craig Cates recognizes the mission and the importance of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. To continue our support with the NAACP, Medalon has become a Gold Life member and a Diamond Life member. We are honored to be recognized during the first virtual and historic 71st Freedom Fund celebration.
Greetings. I am Justin Shaw, illustrious potentate of Musa Temple number 106, Oasis of San Antonio, Desert of Texas. We'd like to thank the San Antonio branch of the NAACP for our Gold Life sponsorship.
Thank you, San Antonio branch, NAACP, for my Gold Life membership.
We are Alpha Chapter of the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, and we are honored to be Gold Life and Diamond Life members of this worthy organization of the San Antonio branch of NAACP.
Since 1905, HEB has been founded on the unwavering belief that each and every person counts. In 2021, we're launching our Be the Change initiative, pledging to do our part to advance equity and inclusion across our great state. Be the Change builds upon our established diversity and inclusion framework, driving us to be a better employer, retailer, and community partner. To amplify diverse voices, we're proudly sharing their stories and highlighting their products and services. Together, we can create real change. Real change is rooted in action. Together, we can create real change. Look for the Be the Change logo in store to find out more about products and suppliers. Learn more at heb.com/BeTheChange.
Todd Hirsch with Belt Built Contracting, and I am a silver member of the San Antonio branch of the NAACP.
Hi, I'm Becky Brenner, and I want to thank the San Antonio branch of the NAACP for this honor for my Silver Life membership.
Hi, I'm Jamie Butler.
And I am Jason Butler, and we are Silver Life members of the NAACP San Antonio chapter.
Presented to Mrs. Jamie Butler, NAACP Silver Life member, and appreciation for services rendered. We are grateful for the souvenir book covers that you have produced for the past 6 years. It is our honor to have you as a member of our branch. You are truly an asset. Thank you very much. Defend our democracy. Always vote.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Kay Collier.
And I'm Mr. David Collier.
And we are so proud to be Silver Life members of the San Antonio branch NAACP.
I am Cheryl Curry, and I am a proud recipient of a Silver Life membership of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. I received my Silver Life membership as a gift from a very special donor. For this, I am truly thankful.
Hi, my name is Tilk Davis, and I am a silver member of the San Antonio branch of the NAACP.
Hello, I'm Gerald Keith Epps.
Hi, I'm Rosemary Forrest Epps.
And we are proud Civil Life members of the San Antonio chapter of the NAACP.
Hi, my name is Nia Evans, and I'd like to thank the NAACP for my Silver Lifetime membership.
Hello, I'm Reverend Ernest E. Felder Jr. I'm a member of the San Antonio branch NAACP, and I'm a Silver Lifetime member.
Karan Hill, thank you NAACP for my Silver Life membership.
Oliver Hill Jr., thank you NAACP for my Silver Membership Award.
Hi, I'm Felina Hudspeth.
And I'm Louis Hudspeth, and we are Silver Life members of the San Antonio chapter of the NAACP.
Hi, I'm Larry Marshall. I'm a Silver Life member of the NAACP San Antonio chapter.
Thank you, San Antonio branch of the NAACP for my Silver Life Membership Award.
My name is COURTNEY MCCLURE. I'm with the City of San Antonio Public Works Department. I'm a Senior Management Analyst, and I'd like to thank the NAACP for the Lifetime Membership Award.
Hello, my name is Kristen Miner, and I would like to thank the San Antonio branch of the NAACP for my Silver Life membership.
Hi, I'm Edwin Kenneth North, a proud Silver member of the NAACP San Antonio branch.
Good evening. I am Linda Harrison Lewis, and I serve as the president of the PAL Social Club. It is truly an honor for my organization to join the NAACP through a Silver Life membership. Most importantly, we are honored to become members at this level through the San Antonio branch of the NAACP.
I'm DWAYNE Robinson, and I am honored to be a Silver Life member of this worthy organization.
My name is Valentina Tate. I would like to thank San Antonio chapter of the NAACP for this Silver Life Membership Award. Thank you.
I'm Valerie Thompson, and I'd like to thank the San Antonio chapter of the NAACP for my Silver Life membership. Thank you again, and I will be a devoted member. Thank you.
I am Etta Hamlet Trixie, and I am delighted to receive my Gold Life membership for the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, San Antonio branch.
I am William Watson, and I'm glad to be a Silver Life member of this worthy organization.
Hello, my name is Joyce Williams, and I would like to give thanks to the San Antonio branch of the NAACP for this Silver Membership Award.
It feels good having someone on your side to care for, be there for life's twists and turns that it has in store. 'Cause it's the little moments where we show how much we care, and with so much to protect each day, a little goes a long way.